Hello, Stagey folk.
Weekly vlog. It's Aeron James' weekly vlog.
It is me, Aeron James, and we're here for another week of the Stagey Diaries. This week is mainly a home vlog. Crazy, I know. In the past 2 weeks, if you haven't watched already, they are jam-packed with theatre trips. But actually this week was a quieter theatre trip week because we'd had so many adventures before. So you'll get to see a little bit more of our flat, our Christmas decorations, talking about seeing shows, how we kind of recoup from seeing shows and stuff like that. But also 2 trips. One to the Devil Wears Prada gala performance, which was very cool. And also to the Mill at Sonning to see White Christmas, which is one of the UK's only dinner theatres. Slightly different maybe to American dinner theatres, but you'll get to understand that experience. But a lot of it might be me chatting, so this might be a little bit different to what you're used to in previous episodes. Oh, and also I try out some of the Lush products, which are the Lush Wicked themed products, which are very cool. One of my favourite collabs. If you haven't already, make sure to like and to subscribe so that you get all future vlogs of this series, and to make sure you check out the previous episodes. At the gala night performance of the Devil Wears Prada. As you can see, this is the stage. We're literally on the 4th row, just telling everybody to take their seats, but this is the look of the theatre. Excited! And here are all the programmes on every seat. And these are like special edition. They have Elton John's AIDS Foundation gala performance on another date.
And it's all ended so wonderfully. And there are so many people I'd like to thank. First of all, our producer, Kevin McCullum. Who's been there the whole way. And Jamie Wilson Productions in London, who've been unbelievable. It started with Lauren Weisberger, who wrote the book. My lyricist, Shayna Tobe, who has been so busy working Broadway on our own show, Suffs, which won 2 Tony Awards for her. And so Mark Sonnenblick has been helping out as well. Kate Weatherhead wrote the book. And Joey Mitchell directed it. Thank you, Joey. I'd like to thank the incredible cast and the crew and the band downstairs, and the wonderful Tom Deering and Giles Martin who helped the arrangements, and to my husband who's been my rock, because I haven't been able to come to many of the previews because, as you know, I've lost my eyesight, so it's hard for me to see it, but I love to hear it, and boy, it's sounding good tonight, okay? Thank you for coming and supporting the Elton Foundation.
We'd also like to thank our co-producer partners in the house tonight. You've been wonderful. It's so great to have you here. Tonight is a fundraiser for the Elton John AIDS Foundation, and today is World AIDS Day. And none of this would have been possible without the extremely generous support of Pamela Rowland, Bill and Tanny Austin, Elena Pinchuk, and the Caring Family Foundation. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. to celebrate World AIDS Day by making a generous donation to the Elton John AIDS Foundation. We work here in the UK, we work around the world. We will not stop until AIDS is over. So please support that.
Yo! See you later, baby! Yay!
We have now jumped to Friday. I know, I haven't filmed at all this week, which I can't believe in some ways, but I can kind of. So, I was meant to film on Monday, so the Prada gala performance was incredible. The after party was at the British Museum, which was so cool to see. I don't think I've ever been to a musical after party that's just gone so big. I was stunned. So cool. Beverly Knight came out and started to perform. Elton John made a speech. There were so many celebrities everywhere, which was very overwhelming, because me and Mickey are not... Like, we've had to meet celebrities through work and through kind of events and stuff, or interviewing with Mickey's case, but to be in a room with that many kind of A-list stars was a bit overwhelming. Not a bit, just very overwhelming. But it was so cool. And then on Monday night, we went to the Stiles & Drew Songwriting Prize Award. So what happens is they award a prize, well, free prize. It ended up being 3 prizes. Originally it was meant to be 2. But it is to new songs by musical theatre writers, mainly British. Basically, the finalists who had been chosen and had been whittled down through different judging panels, including Mickey. Mickey was one of the judges, which very, very, very proud of him. So the finalists all performed their song with the West End performer performing the song for them, and they told us a bit about the song and what musical it's from and the context. And then the judging panel, which included Stiles & Drew, went and adjudicated, and so a winner, a runner-up and a second runner-up all received prizes, and it was just so cool to be there and to get to hear some new musical theatre writing, because I'm such a big advocate for new musical theatre writing, particularly in Britain, because I don't think many British musical theatre writers get the chance to see their show staged. So it was so cool to witness and listen to so many new songs. It was very good. And MMD do a lot of great work, who were the team that worked behind it to produce the show and the concert and the award with Stiles & Drew. Then the rest of the week we've literally been home working. Mickey in the other room filming, and me in here doing PR work and content work and all the kind of things. It's very weird at the minute, my job. I feel like whenever people try and ask, like, what do I do? I'm like, multiple things. I just work in the theatre industry. It's the easiest way to explain what I do. So I work for PR for multiple venues, as well as doing content creation online, which has been a new part of my career, as you can see here. This is all very new to me, and I've been enjoying it a lot, but it is just very new. As we've learnt this week, I've been trying to figure out how to create content when we're not out that much. We are out tonight though, which is why I'm filming earlier in the day, to try and make sure you get things to see and to find out about. This week is 125% been the week where the tiredness has hit in. A lot of the time my friends and people we know or people we meet say, how do me and Mickey, how do we like keep up with the lifestyle of like travelling a lot, going into London with Mickey with editing and filming and everything. And honestly, we often say we don't really know, because kind of everything is to make content. So a lot of the time we don't actually get relaxing times, because everything's focused on filming, or it's watching something to then create content or review, or for Mickey to review. So it's very rare that we get time to kind of decompress and kind of restock and refresh. Coming back from Paris and kind of having a few days in just working, I have definitely felt my body shut down. Which is hence why I hadn't been filming until today, because my body's just basically said the tiredness from New York and the tiredness then from our Paris trip, and also the travelling to the Midlands in between, has taken a toll on me, and I felt it a lot this week, and it's felt like a lot of energy to do a lot of things. I'm hoping that we're in this weekend as well after tonight. Mickey's currently travelling across London right now because he's filming a video for an ad partnership. It's very cool. But I'm trying to regroup and get my body back to go mode, so I'm ready for this evening, which is really cool because we're going to see White Christmas at the Mill at Sonning, which is a dinner theatre. It's so cool because it's like the only example of dinner theatre we have in the UK, apart from Mamma Mia the Party. It's the other show where it's dinner theatre. I mean, it's slightly different to maybe the US version where it's you're eating whilst you're watching the show, but it's the closest thing that we have, which is it's like meal, Act 1. So I'm really excited to kind of take you with me and to show you how dinner theatre works here. I just feel like it's going to be so festive, because White Christmas, I've watched it most years recently because different places have done it, so I'm very excited to see their take on it, and a lot of our friends should be there, which will be fun, because I don't think we've had, like, it's always fun to do kind of a group trip to the Millet Sonning, so that's going to be fun. Whilst we've been in, Mickey did an incredible job decorating our Christmas decorations. This is also our Lego castle, because I don't think I've shown a close-up before. And for anyone wondering, this is our programme collection. Playbills are on the opposite side of the room, but you can see whenever I say I really wish that we had similar sizing for programmes, because this is, you can see from the top how kind of irregular all the sizes are. Consistency would make me so much more happy with UK programmes, because look how neat playbills are. So easy, so nice, so lovely. Yeah, I'm always going to kind of go on about this. I just really like playbills. I think they give me all the information that I need, and they look really nice to display and to store. So me and Mickey were both gifted the Wicked Lush collection, and I thought I would finally try one of them properly, and I'm going to go for the witch's hat, and I thought I'd show you. But honestly, all these Wicked collabs are a big yes from me. It's like, to have so many businesses support and create content around a musical, the best thing ever. And honestly, Wicked just suits... I've always said Wicked kind of suits all these kind of collabs, so even when it was just a musical and not the film. So, there's the Emerald City Soap, the Elphaba's Hat Bath Bomb, the Glinda's Wand Bubble Wand, Green Shower Elixir Shower Gel, the Wizard Bath Bomb, and the Pink Fizz is Good with Green Bath Bomb. We've tried that one before and it was really nice. But I feel like this is like the perfect Christmas present for like a Stagey fan. Because one, you're like promoting kind of relaxing and treating yourself. And it's also Stagey. A win-win from me. And here it is for Witch's Hat. I'm going to put it in. Now I'm going to film... now I'm going to film the Instagram TikTok version when I drop it in, because, you know, you've got a double content. But if you want to see the drop-in part, find it on TikTok or Instagram. And I'll show you it inside and it fizzing in a second. And it is in. It's like gone purple, and I can see bits of green as well. And it's all sparkly. You can see loads of sparkles and glitter. I always never knew, like, how much to just let it do its own thing and also how much to spin it. And I kind of like, oh, should I help it along? But I don't actually think I do any good for it. But you can see all the bubbles coming out of it now. And here we are at the Millet Sonning. And here we go. And here is the sign for White Christmas. And as you can see, here is all the food for the buffet. So now I'm going to get my food for the pre-show. And we have taken our seats for White Christmas at the Millet Sonning. So, slight update on the meal at Sonic with the food. One thing, you have both meals pre-Act 1. So you have your main meal and your dessert pre-show. Then you watch Act 1. Then in the interval, you come out and you can have your drinks in the intermission/interval. You are able to pre-order your drinks before the show starts. And then you're able to leave all your stuff there at your table, which I think is great because you don't have to deal with the fact of it all being there for Act 1. Although I recommend if you need to rush after Act 2, take your things in after the interval. And then it means you can just dash out. So slightly helps. You can just leave it all at your table as well and then go back at the end and pick it up. That also works. But like if you're rushing, that's what we often do is leave our stuff until the interval, pick our stuff up, take it in with us, and then it means a quicker leaving at the end of the show. And note is that the theatre isn't always the easiest to get to. If you're driving, they have a car park, it's all fine. If you're like us and use public transport more often, it is a taxi ride from Reading Station. Or you can walk from Reading to Sonning, but like, yeah, that's only really recommendable for a matinee performance, but it's very quick. It's a very quick taxi. Not the cheapest taxis, but it's a very quick taxi. Getting to is probably one of the hardest things with Sonning, but it's so cool. And a sneaky fact, it's on George Clooney's private island. Yes, I said that. George Clooney's private island is where the Mill at Sonning is part of it. It's on the island where his home is. I feel like that's public. That's public knowledge. If it's in this video, it's because it's public knowledge. That's a random cool fact about it. I love White Christmas. I feel like White Christmas is one of the best musicals, like Christmas musicals, to exist. It's just really well written. The book's strong. The music's strong. It's kind of Christmassy without being too in-your-face Christmassy. It has the tap numbers. Has just this very warm moment. And they managed to get Snope over everyone. I was like, I didn't even think that was possible in that theatre, so big up that, yes. I feel like Sonning is like the perfect place to go for like a Christmas show if you're not into pantomimes. If you're not into the pantomime thing and you want to watch a musical like that feels festive and makes you feel all like, oh, we're in the festive season, but isn't in your face panto Christmas, then recommend a trip to Sonning. I think it's glorious. Let me using fancy words. Like it's glorious, isn't it? If you can tell, I've got a bit of a cold. The one downside of so much travel is that you are like, your chances of getting a winter cold are so high. So I kind of knew this was coming, but luckily it hasn't been too bad, and I've been resting yesterday and today. That is handy. It was a very fun time. The one thing to note that I did say is how it's a buffet. The buffet, we didn't know this until we got there. That White Christmas is the final time they're doing the buffet. They're still going to do food, but from next season they are doing set menu style food where it'll be waiter service to your table. You'll get to like pick from a selection of food rather than a buffet go and get it for yourself model, which I think is good because they're going to be saving a lot of waste, food, etc. And you'll kind of, I think, get a better idea of what you're going to eat when you get there. So I feel like you'll get the same experience. It'll just be that you'll be seated to your table and then waiters will bring your food. So I don't think there's any negative to that, and I'm kind of excited to try that out next year. Because Sonning has become a regular place for us to go and visit, which is cool, because I had always heard about it and been intrigued, and I've loved every visit to there. It's always kind of, one thing with Mill at Sonning is the experience has always kind of lived up to its standards every single time, and I think that is impeccable, really, for a theatre where you're going for a meal as well as the show and coming back there for it to be so slick and so the standards be so high. If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment and subscribe down below, and let's do the Prada heel, because this week was all about Devil Wears Prada, so it feels perfect to comment down below with the Prada heel if you got to the end of this video. Thank you so much for following me along on this journey. Don't forget to watch the other parts of the Stagey Diaries. Next week is a wild week with travel, with theatre all across the country. So don't worry, not a home vlog next week at all. So I hope you enjoy next week's video, and I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Thank you everybody for joining us. I'll see you soon. Bye.